Story you'll see on the one and only. A grand jury has decided not to charge a Fort Lauderdale police officer for shooting and killing another man during an argument outside of a pub back in July. Local 10 News crime specialist John Turchin joins us live from Fort Lauderdale with more.
Well, that officer, that Fort Lauderdale police officer, is Detective Mark Shotwell, a homicide detective with that unit for nearly 20 years, who, as you may recall, back in July was shot 3 times, was later under surgery twice, and was on a ventilator for several days. Looks much different right now, but the jury just a little while ago, the grand jury, reached what is known as a no true bill, meaning that the shoot was good, that Detective Shotwell was justified. This came after hearing from nearly 24 witnesses today, including Shotwell. You couldn't tell, but just 3 months ago, Mark Shotwell was fighting for his life, critically wounded in a gunfight in the parking lot of this popular Fort Lauderdale watering hole after breaking up an argument between a waitress and her boyfriend. Today, the Fort Lauderdale homicide detective gave the grand jury his account of what happened.
Mark knew coming here that what he did was right, and that had he not acted in the way he did, other people would have been shot and killed.
Greg Rossman is a close friend of Shotwell's, and until recently, when he entered the private sector as a civil attorney, a tenacious prosecutor with the Broward State Attorney's Office.
And all the times that I've been involved in it, I've seen that it's had a profound effect on the officer that's had to actually use deadly force. Never leaves them. They never forget it. They never walk away from it the same, physically, emotionally, spiritually.
While there are conflicting accounts about what went down, those that were hearsay, it began when a man and a woman got into a heated argument.
One of the waitresses here was in a domestic dispute with her boyfriend, and he pulled a gun out.
The officer tried to intervene and calmed everything down, but didn't go well.
Apparently he started shooting at the officer, and he returned fire.
22 witnesses lined the halls of the 9th floor of the courthouse waiting their turns to testify. Among them, the victim's girlfriend. The grand jury issued a no true bill, meaning they found the shooting justified. All right, now, as we told you, this grand jury procedure went on all day. They will now issue a formal report of their findings. That is expected in the next 4 to 6 weeks. As for Detective Shotwell, didn't feel much like talking afterwards, as we expected. And at this point, he has not returned to work, though we hear that may happen, though, in the next couple of months. That's going to do it from Fort Lauderdale. I'm John Turchin, Local 10 News.